So we're talking about 6 KPIs in running a great shop. So normally expenses aren't in here, but if you're going to make profit, you have to make enough gross profit, and you have to sell enough, and then you have to watch what you do. And I remember I told you off the bat, I like to spend money. I like to buy pickup trucks. I like to buy fancy pickup trucks and buy fancy equipment. And I was typically spending a lot of money. And I had to rein this in to really start to boost the bottom line of the business. So typically, let's say you did $100,000 in business in the month. I want your expenses to be 40% of that. So you had $100,000 in sales. If your expenses are 40% of your sales or lower, that's great. So I like to run on a 40-40-20 rule. 40% of your revenue is expenses. Oops, and I got my phone ringing. I'm sorry about that. 40% of your sales is going to be cost of goods sold. And cost of goods sold, remember what those are. Those are your parts. That's the money for your spark plugs. And it's also the cost of your labor. That's your cost of goods sold. And then the other 20%, that's the exciting part. That allows you to crush it and go to the beach. That's your profit. And I want you to focus on that 20% and making a 20% bottom line in your business, because that just changes everything. When you start making 20% bottom line, you can easily pay the bills, and you got enough for your family and to pay for university education and new vehicles. And that's where
most importantly, get to the beach, right, Alan? That's the goal.
That's how you get to the beach. And Nader, I want you to take that sign down, because I think you're at the beach right now.
I'm not at the beach. I'm in the dungeon here, Alan.
Okay. So let's give a breakdown of that 40%. And we're going to send this to everyone so you can do it. So 40% is a guideline of where you're at. Now, let's say, for example, you're in New York City, and we're saying rent. If you see that bottom right-hand box, Nader, can you hover your mouse over that building rent? So we want you to be at 5%. So 100,000 in sales. 5%, that's $5,000. You say, you're living it on a dream, Alan. In New York City, you can't get a 5% rent. What are you going to do? Well, the reality of what you're going to do is you're going to see, is there somewhere else that I can save money? So let's say, for example, if you see up in the left side, we see advertising. Do we see advertising there somewhere? There we go. It's in the right-hand box. We see advertising at 3%. Let's say you don't have problems with having enough clients into your door, and you're full of clients all day long. Well, maybe you could take 2 of those percent and put them over into rent, and you could start to shift the percentages around so you can start to make more money. You could allow for a higher rent. The other side of it is, remember, the percentage is based on your top line sales. Can you move your top line number? Okay, because let's say you moved your top line number to 200,000. That means at 5%, that means you would have $10,000 that you could allocate to rent. So this is a great indicator, and you can see all the different areas that we have in here.
Mm-hmm. Alan, if I'm running a tire shop, maybe my product makes 60% tires, can I get to your 40-40-20?
Yeah, that's going to be a challenge. The 40-40-20, that's a great question. The 40-40-20 is based on a mechanical repair shop.
Okay.
And it with a tire shop and having a large percentage of tires, that makes it a challenge. So you gotta shift the numbers a little bit on a tire shop.
So what would they look like if I were running a tire shop? Would it be 15? Would that work?
What it's going to be is your cost of goods is going to go up. So, and you need to optimize your labor as much as you can, doing alignments and everything. So if you only were achieving a 25% margin, that means your cost of goods may go to 55%. That means you may have to turn around and adjust your expenses down to 20%. Okay with that? And then allow for your 20% profit.